Hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about exponent laws. So what are the three basic exponent laws or rules? Okay, so the first one is the multiplication law, so it's also called the product rule. The second one that we're going to talk about today is the quotient rule or the division law. And the third rule that we're going to be talking about is power of a power. Okay, so again, we said the multiplication law is called the product rule. So when multiplying powers of the same base, we are going to add the exponent and the base remains the same. So if we look at our first example, we have a base of b, so the base stays the same, and we're going to add n plus m. So I can't do anything further here. All right, next we're going to look at the base of 7, so that's going to stay the same, and then we're going to take 4 and add that to 6, because we have 4 7s and then another 6 7s, so that's a total of 10 7s altogether. Just running out of space here. So that equals 7 to the exponent 10, and we can plug that in on our calculator, and we get a very big number, 282,475,249. So the first one, this is simplified, and the second example, when we plug it into the calculator, that's evaluated. Just so you know the difference in the terminology on a test. If it says simplify and evaluate, you need to perform both operations. Okay, the next law is the division law. So this is also known as the quotient rule. Oops. Okay, so in dividing powers of the same base, we subtract the exponents and the base remains the same. So in this case, b is the base, n minus m is the exponent. Okay, example number 2, 6 is the base, 4 minus 2. So this is as if we have 4 6s in the numerator and 2 6s in the denominator, and each 6 in the numerator cancels with one of the 6s in the denominator. Okay, so we ended up with 6 to the exponent 2, which can be simplified to 36. We can evaluate that to get 36. Okay, let's take a look at our next and final rule. So it's the power of a power rule. So this time we multiply the exponents and the base remains the same. So b is our base for the first example, n times m. Okay, next we have 2 as the base and then 4 times 6. So this means we have 6 groups of 2 to the exponent 4. So that means we have 24 2's altogether. So 2 to the exponent 24. And so if we evaluate that, we get 16,777,216. So that's evaluated, and the other one is simplified. Okay, we're just going to look at what happens when we have brackets or no brackets. Okay, so for the first example here, we have 2 squared. Okay, so business as usual, no negatives to worry about, so this is just equal to 4. Part B, this is the same as -2 times -2, which is equal to positive 4. The next example, we have a negative in front and only the 2 is squared. So it's like we have 2 times 2. So it's -4 for that solution. Part D, so we have -2 times -2 times -2. And since we have an odd number of negatives, our answer is going to be negative, and then 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Part E, so this is similar to part C, so the negative is in front. Then we have 2 times 2 times 2. So we get -8. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. All right, let's look at this one here where we have to rewrite 16 cubed as a power with a base of 4. Okay, so I need 4 to some exponent will give me 16. So 4 squared will give me 16. And then we still have our cubed out here. So we could rewrite this as, so it's a power of a power, so 2 times 3 is 6. So 4 to the exponent 6. Okay, so that's rewriting it. Okay, let's look at another example here. So we're going to rewrite 81 squared as a power with a base of 3. Okay, so 3 is the base. We need to figure out what exponent would give us 81. Okay, so if we put in a 4 there, so 3 to the exponent 4 is 81. So now we have a power of a power. So 4 times 2 is 8. So 3 is the base, 8 is the exponent. Okay, one more example. So write 1 over 36 cubed as a power with a base of 1/6. So 1/6 is my base, and we need some exponent to give 1 over 36. So if I put a 2 in there, so 1 squared is 1, 6 squared is 36. So that's 1 over 36. And then we have a power of a power, so 1/6 is the base, and then 6 is the exponent. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, that's it for today's lesson.